How's it going so far?
Pretty good.
There's still a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct, so we hope you'll stick with us. Next, please take a look at this.
All right. So what do we got?
Hello there,
Here we
I'm
go.
Eiji Aonuma,
Here it
producer
is.
of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now.
Really?
We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year.
Okay.
For now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer. While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch.
All right.
Please take a look.
Let's take a look. Skyward Sword! Yes! Oh my gosh, I've been wanting this. Oh my gosh, here it is. Oh wow. Yes, it's finally coming. Like the 60 FPS. We're wondering how they're going to do these controls here. Oh, it's finally coming. They've smoothed out the graphics, of course, here, and oh man, I really want to see how this controls. Sweet.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch.
10 years later.
The Legend of Zelda
Almost 10
Skyward
years
Sword
later.
featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive.
Huh.
And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold two Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand
nice.
is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game.
Oh, I'm excited.
The
to play
Joy-Con
this.
controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks.
And it still is a great looking game.
You can
to this
perform
day.
other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of
They're gonna
urgency
have a
and
no
tension to
motion control
combat.
option.
But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system.
Nice.
After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
Yeah, that's what I thought they would do.
Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. To
Now
swing to the
that
right,
is intuitive.
to the
That,
left,
that works.
or diagonally, just tilt the stick in the respective direction. Here's something else we've been working on.
35th anniversary.
Specially designed Joy-Con controllers.
Ooh.
The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a Hylian shield motif.
Oh, I want to get
The
that.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting
Wow.
the earliest story
I
in the
wanna get
Legend
it.
of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of The Legend of Zelda.
It's going to do even so much better on the Nintendo Switch.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th.
July. Sweet.
Following this
A little bit
Nintendo
after my
Direct,
birthday.
you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release day at your local retailers. Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend in midair,
Wait, what's going on?
a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or ran. Even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of
I
you
just
who've
hope that
played
they
The
fix
Legend
up
of
that
Zelda Breath
stupid
of the
thing where
Wild
you-
will give this game a try as well.
Where you pick up the items and they tell you what it is every single time. I really hope that fixes it. I just think that running at 60 FPS is really, really nice.
Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
All right, this is one thing I definitely wanted.